This is the Doubles Only Tennis Podcast, where you learn the best tips and strategies in the world to help you become a smarter, more effective tennis player. You'll hear interviews with Pro Tour doubles players and coaches, including easy-to-use lessons to improve your game and win more matches. My name is Will Bocek, founder of the Tennis Tribe, doubles strategy coach, and host of the show. In this episode, you'll hear a conversation with Gaby Dabrowski and Gugu Olmos. I was at the Canadian Open in Toronto this year in 2022 and sat down with Gaby and Gugu before they had a semifinal match. This was on their off day. And this is a quick 10-minute conversation about just some things that have to do with team chemistry. So I asked each of them what's the best part about playing with their partner, things they are better at now than they were at the beginning of the season, and a few other questions. And their coach, Dave, was in the room with me as well. If you don't know, Gaby and Gugu are, I believe right now, number 2 in the WTA doubles race. They're both top 10 or so WTA doubles players. So they're some of the best doubles players in the world for sure. And they've had a really good year so far this year. So definitely, if you get a chance to watch them on TV or in person, definitely check them out. They both have really great games. Juju's a fantastic, solid player from the baseline. And then Gaby is one of the best net players on tour. For sure, and they both have really excellent returns and serves as well. So without further delay, enjoy this short conversation with Gaby and Gugu. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Today we have, for the first time, a interview with a doubles team. We have Gaby Dabrowski and Gugu Olmos on. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So I wanted to start... just talk a little bit, Gaby, about how the week's been, what it's like to play in front of the home crowd here in Toronto.
It's super busy. It's probably one of the busiest weeks for me of the whole year so far at a tournament. There's a lot going on, kind of getting pulled in all different directions, but all positive directions, so I don't mind. It's really nice to be back in Canada playing a home tournament. Crowds have been great, super positive and happy. So yeah, all good so far. Awesome. Yeah, and we're here promoting the Watch More Doubles shirts. And you won this tournament last year with Luisa Stefani, who I saw was posting on Instagram last night. So question for Gugu, how does that feel like trying to follow up a championship year? How do you deal with the pressure of that?
To be honest, I don't really feel any pressure. I mean, obviously I know Gaby won last year, and so I want to help her win again. But I don't really think about it too much, and I think as long as I take care of what I need to take care of, we will have the best chance of Gaby winning again.
Awesome answer. Yeah, and y'all are playing really well. You had a good win yesterday over Asia Muhammad and Ina Shibahara, who I know y'all lost to in a very tight match at Indian Wells. But next I wanted to talk a little bit more about just y'all's partnership. Y'all have been one of the few teams who's pretty much played consistently throughout all of 2022 because other teams have either had injuries or changed up partners and stuff like that. So we'll start with Gaby. What's the best part of having Gugu as a doubles partner?
I think Gugu brings so much positive energy to the court all the time, whether it's practice, even in our warm-up and stuff like that. So I think that's been really good for me because inherently that's not how I am. So I think it's brought a lot of really good energy out of me too. And so I think that's probably been the best part of our partnership so far.
Okay. So is there an example of that? Like a match you get down or something and she kind of lifts you up?
Yeah, she has a really good attitude, kind of no matter the score. And for me, I can get down on myself really quickly. So when I see her just being so positive and pumped all the time, I'm learning to be able to try to match that as best as I can. And I think it's helped me play better too.
Okay, awesome. And Gugu, same question for you. What's the best part of having Gaby as a doubles partner?
I think Gabby's just so good. Like, it's funny, like,
she's really good at tennis.
Yeah, but I feel like I've just learned a lot from Gabby. She's obviously very experienced, and she's just so good at her job. And I catch myself actually a lot. Like, we'll be in the middle of a point, and then she'll hit, like, some crazy winner, and I just kind of laugh because, like, I'm so amazed, or I can't believe that she did that. And I'm like, I want to do that. And so I think I won't ever be like that, but I think I've just learned a lot of shots and just how to play differently with Gabby. And we have different styles, but I think we mesh very well together. And I think I've learned from her strengths, and hopefully she's learned from some of mine. But I think, we meshed well together, and I really enjoy playing with Gabby, and I've learned a lot. So hopefully I continue learning this year.
Yeah, it definitely has been a good blend so far.
Thank you.
What's something y'all are doing better now than you were at the beginning of the season?
Probably communicating.
Yeah, we're much better at communicating than we did at the beginning.
Okay. How is it different? Like, what was the issues? Like, if you had to, say, go back and talk to yourselves 6 months ago, what advice would you give yourselves?
I just feel like we didn't know each other as well at the beginning of the year, and maybe we didn't have, like, set plays, or I didn't really know what plays Gabby liked to run, or like how we should play certain points, or what we wanted to do on the important points. And I think now we talk more about tactics, and we kind of get a sense of how the other is feeling on the court too. If maybe Gabby needs to be a little more aggressive, I can remind her, or if I need to go more for my serve, like she'll tell me. And I feel like maybe at the beginning of the year, because we didn't know each other so well, you're a little hesitant to kind of like, not give advice, but just kind of give this feedback. And I think now we know that it's coming from a good place, and we're not judging the other. We're just trying to do what's best for the team, and I think that has helped us a lot.
Yeah,
I think that's really well said. I think also we started working with Dave around Madrid, and then we won Madrid. And so I think that helped us a lot too, just having that third set of eyes on our tennis, and also on strategy and tactics and stuff like that. So
got it.
Really
Dave,
helpful.
do you want to comment? We put him on the spot. He wasn't expecting to be on.
Yeah, no, the girls have done a great job. They've taken all the game plans and the different things, and they put them into, laser-like focus. So, been very blessed.
What do you feel like you've been able to bring to the table since Madrid?
Well, just kind of the Bryan brother method of doing things, looking at opponents' strengths and weaknesses, and highlighting our strengths and talking the ladies through what to expect out there.
Got it. So kind of finding those matchups. If we can match up Gabby's net play against a particular...
Well, you want to always use Gabby's asset of being at the net and her ability to finish, and Juju's ability to create the ball to finish on. So it's kind of a yin and a yang.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of like what they were just talking about earlier, how the styles mesh. What is something that y'all would like to be better at between now and the end of the year? I know it's only 3 or 4 months away, but what's something you're still working to improve upon?
I think just getting everything a little bit better. For me, it'd probably be getting a little more pop on my serve, more consistent returning, volley accuracy, shot selection improvement. It's kind of like every little facet of the game, just a little bit better, I would say. Yeah.
And that can make a big impact, improving 1% in all these areas.
Exactly.
I would say the same, just a little bit, and I would also say maybe just maintaining the higher level of play longer. I think in the last few months we've seen how great and like how high of a level we can play, and I think sometimes it's not about even playing at a higher level, it's just being able to maintain that level from the beginning to the end. And I think like last week we had a tough loss, and I feel like just at like the very end we maybe missed a couple shots we normally didn't, or that we didn't earlier in the match. So I think just being able to play at the highest level possible for like those 2 hours.
Got it. So by that, do you mean over the course of an individual match, or over the course of a tournament, or both?
I think both.
Both.
Probably both.
Got it. And what does that mean to you? Is that like just a sustained kind of concentration thing, or is it?
For me, that's like a mental thing.
A mental thing?
Yeah. Being able to show up for like the entire match.
Got it.
Me too.
So last question, and this is an individual question, so you can take it in any order. What do you think you're better at now than you were 5 years ago in terms of doubles?
My attitude.
Attitude?
Yeah, my attitude's been incrementally better over the last 20 years. And I think it's probably in a place where it's at just about its best ever, which probably is still not anywhere near Juju's best or other players' best, but for me, that's a lot better. So I think that's one thing that I'm proud of, but I still have a lot of room to grow. But that's definitely better than 5 years ago for sure.
And if you could, just quick follow-up, if you could talk to Gaby 5 years ago, what would you tell her?
Relax.
I feel like I'm just more experienced and I know how to. I think 5 years ago, I thought I could play at the highest level, but I didn't actually think I could win. I thought I was just like good enough to compete. And then I think I know it wasn't until French Open 2020 where I realized like I could actually win. And I think last year was my breakthrough year because I actually believed that I could compete with the best players and also beat them. So I think I just have more belief in myself, and I think that just comes from having more experience and learning how to play the big points and kind of knowing what to expect from my opponents.
Awesome. All right. Well, that is all the questions I have. Thank you all for coming on again.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
If you're a doubles player, you'll love our weekly strategy newsletter. Every Thursday, I send you my best doubles tips, tactics, and strategies that you can use in your very next match. And when you sign up, I'll also send you a free 20-page ebook that has my favorite doubles tactics for forcing errors and getting more easy volleys at the net. Go to thetennistribe.com/newsletter to sign up now.